Here I am. So today I'm talking about a new house called Anonyme. A package had come to me before the big crisis took place, and I've been kind of testing them out here and there. And it's a collection of fragrances, all focusing on Ambergris. It's called Anonyme. Anonymous, basically. I looked up Anonyme, and it said it was a Turkish word, the way it's spelled. And it means anonymous. But if you spell it Anonyme, it's French. But to me it sounds French, it doesn't sound Turkish. Anyway, 3 fragrances focusing on Ambergris. I'm going to tell you all about it coming up. But I'm going to ask you, can I use this mask for the virus? Can this prevent me from getting it? Can I wear glasses over it? They don't stay like that. Anyway, stick around and we'll find out about Anonyme. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. This is Sebastian with Smelling Great Fragrance Reviews. Yes, today we're going to talk about Anonyme. The fragrances are in this box. This is something very new to me. And I noticed that Lucky Scent is carrying these, so I decided to, check them out because they were sent to me anonymously. I have no idea who this person or the brand is. I read a little bit about it, that it's a perfumer who wants to stay anonymous and they want people to judge the fragrances without knowing who the person behind the brand is. So basically, like for me, if I like a fragrance created by Dominic Ropion, sometimes I'm like, oh, I'm gonna fall in love with it even though it doesn't smell great, which I don't usually do that because I know he has some fragrances that I don't like. But that's the case with this story in Anonyme. It's like they want to stay anonymous. They want you to judge the fragrances just on their own. Anyway, we're going to find out about them coming right up. But if this is your first time tuning into the channel, but you still haven't subscribed to the channel, please click the subscribe button below and also click the bell so you'll be notified for future videos and giveaways. As I was saying, Anonyme or Anonyme, the way it's spelled, I looked it up. I knew Anonyme the way in French it's spelled Anyme is anonymous in French, but I didn't know how this particular spelling. I had an idea that it might mean anonymous as well, but I looked it up and it said it was a Turkish word. So I don't know, is it a Turkish brand? I can't really tell anything, but I'm going to read you something that's written about the brand. I'm going to put my glasses on. But a well-known perfumer launched with the new brand Anonyme, daring himself to remain anonymous and challenging his audience to perceive the aromatic creations as they are, free from any bias or comparisons to his previous works. So we don't know who this person is whatsoever. It's like I kind of like to do that because I research fragrances and perfumers and all that kind of stuff. I can't do any of that for these particular fragrances. He encourages those experiencing his newest olfactory creations to enjoy and appraise them solely on their own merits. Is it possible to allow oneself to be absorbed by the beauty and nuances of a scent without knowing the identity of the designer? Do you want to find out? Let's don our masks and play this lovely game together. Well, anyway, I was wearing the mask as you saw earlier, but we're not going to wear it again. So let me show you the fragrances. They come in a box like this. It's very simplistic, black. This seems kind of a cardboard, cheapy cardboardy, but everything in here is very luxurious. I like the case here, and I like the actual logo, Anonyme. On the back, it's also, it's very nicely done, nicely put together. Golden ambergris 30 ml, silver ambergris 30 ml, black ambergris 30 ml, perfume extracts, 25% of aromatic compounds, anonymeparfum.com. So those are what's written here. And if you buy this whole set at Lucky Scent, which they are sold at Lucky Scent, you can also go there and buy samples. I think you can buy samples, but you should go check it out. $450 for the whole set. Anonyme means anonymous, but as I said, I don't know if it was in Turkish. Is it a mistake that it comes up as it is in Turkish, but Anonyme with a Y-M-E is definitely French for anonymous. So the fragrances are like this. I hope they don't fall out. Black ambergris, silver ambergris, gold ambergris, and they're priced differently. It's $150 for the black, $170 for the silver, $190 for the gold, and they are 30 ml extracts, as I said. So they're very concentrated perfumes. So I guess I should say, if you are a fan of ambergris, this is not ambroxan, guys. This is the real stuff. They're using the real ambergris here. That's why these are very, very expensive. Ambergris, I don't know if you know what ambergris is, and I want to do a future video on ambergris, but it's basically whale droppings, not vomit, but it's an excretion. So it's used in perfumery, and it's very expensive because you can't really just go and get it. It has to be washed up, or you have to like be able to find it. There's farmers out there that go around doing it. I don't know the details behind it, but it's very, very expensive. That's why we have ambroxan. And to me, ambroxan and ambergris they don't smell alike. Almost like there's no animalic touches with ambroxan, and there is with real ambergris. In fact, there's a few fragrances that's so chock full of ambergris, and for me, I cannot tolerate it because it is so strong. Anyway, we'll start out with black ambergris. This is it, and this is the back right here, Anonyme, as you can see. Let's see if that focuses. And the mask thing is on the bottles as well. So I actually sampled these fragrances first, and I'll tell you which my favorite is after we smell them together. Obviously you can't smell them. But this is at $150 for Extrait de Parfum, or Parfum Extrait. It's an oriental fragrance. And with this one you have dark chocolate, incense, black ambergris, resins, balsams. So those are the notes in here. And for me, when I smell it, it's definitely an oriental because you got very resiny, balsamic notes in here, along with dark chocolate. You can definitely pick up the dark chocolate. It's very chocolatey, but it's a dusting of chocolate rather than syrup, like liquid chocolate. So the experience is a little on the powdery side, the whole entire experience. So we have black ambergris. The black ambergris is this particular fragrance, actually, it's called black ambergris, is not so animalic. It's definitely tolerable, but it's a very, very chocolatey, resinous, powdery, gourmandy ambergris fragrance. This is probably the least of the ambergris, or the least animalic of the ambergris that's in here, because $150, $170, $190. So as we get to the other colors, they're going to get pricier. So this one's $150, but the whole kit, as I said, is $450. So you're buying them all for $150 each, but separately $150 for the black. Silver is $170, gold is $190. Gold is the strongest of them all. So I actually like this one. It smells great. I would wear it. I love gourmands, and I think on me the ambergris did come out a little more, but it was not so animalic. It definitely is very, very resinous. You gotta love resins and balsams. Most likely there's something like myrrh in here. I could smell like myrrh, or maybe some labdanum or something like that, mixed in together with the dark chocolate and the incense. Anyway, I like this one. This one's pretty nice, and that's black ambergris. It's a little wet right there, like that. Okay, next we're going to try silver ambergris, and that's this one right here. Silver ambergris, as I said, is $170. It's a Parfum Extrait, and it's an oriental floral. Let's spray that one. So this one has notes of tropical flowers, spicy citruses, silver ambergris, woods, and moss. Moss as in oak moss. This one smells very indie-esque. The perfumer, I believe, I can't tell who it is. Sadly, I don't know who the perfumer is. I can't tell. But as far as the creation goes, all the fragrances do have a very indie edge to them. I've smelled a lot of indie perfumes, indie perfumery. San Francisco, Northern California, or California in general, has a lot of indie perfumery going on. And these smell like those kind of creations. I actually like silver ambergris as well. It's very floral and citrusy. And again, on me, when I wore it, I did have a lot more ambergris come through. This one did go a little more animalic than the last one. No, wait, the previous one. The last one's the most animalic on me, but this one's definitely wearable. I think the first one and the second one, the black and the silver, are definitely tolerable. The ambergris is not overly animalic, definitely wearable. There's the oak moss in here as well. So it's almost like a chypre, perhaps, a little bit chypre-esque. I do have some ambery kind of touches, and I think we're getting the ambery touches from the ambergris rather than like labdanum for the amber accord. Anyway, silver ambergris is quite nice. And last but not least, it's gold ambergris, or golden ambergris is what it's called. This one is $190. The silver is $170, as I said, and as a box, these retail for $450. It's quite expensive, but it is using real ambergris. That's why they're pricey. And these are really long-lasting, very, very long-lasting. A little goes a long way. That's why they're 30 ml bottles. They're small bottles, and the price is so high. So I'm going to tell you right off the bat, my least favorite of the fragrances is Golden Ambergris. It's very, very animalic, like overly, overly animalic. And this one will not be washed away. Put one spray on, you'll have it for the whole day, if not the next day. It's really, really animalic, guys. This one has notes of leather, orris, sandalwood, spices, white ambergris, gold ambergris. Oh, it's overly animalic. But you know what? As you're wearing it, the animalic touches fade away hours later, and you're left with sandalwood and leather together with orris. There are some spices in there, but if you do not like animalic fragrances, Golden Ambergris is going to be very, very animalic for you. I don't know, for some odd reason, I've been noticing that ambergris, animalic touches in ambergris, like real, authentic, real ambergris, I don't like it as much. For me, it's really challenging and a little bit off-putting to wear real ambergris in fragrances. Thank God for ambroxan, right? But for me, ambroxan and ambergris are so different. They're just so different. I don't understand how they've made this ambroxan to smell so different than ambergris, and they use it to replace ambergris. Much to do some research, but as I said, Golden Ambergris is my least favorite of the bunch. Black Ambergris is my favorite of the bunch because it has gourmand notes. It's chocolatey. That's this one right here. Silver Ambergris is also nice. It's floral and citrusy. Definitely pick up the citruses. The first two, Black Ambergris and Silver Ambergris, ambergris is not the main star. The main star of the ambergris is golden ambergris. If you are into ambergris, you're going to love that one. If you know a fragrance called Silence the Sea from the house of Strangelove NYC or New York City, that is a ambergris bomb. Wow, that is so ambergris dominant, that ambergris forward fragrance there. It's really tough, and I feel like this one is almost at that level of intense ambergris experience. Anyway, those are my thoughts on these 3 fragrances from Anonyme, guys. Are you familiar with this? I know a few people have done videos about these fragrances. Not a lot, I don't see many, but here's mine. After a month or so after I've received this, I had a challenging time to test them out, especially the Golden Ambergris, because it's so animalic. But since these were sent to me, as I said, I didn't request them. Nobody told me they were sending them. They were just sent to me blind, and I decided to do this video to let you guys all know about Anonyme, and perhaps if you are a fan of ambergris, you can test them out. Anyway, those are my thoughts for Anonyme, guys. If you have any questions or comments, please do list below. Otherwise, please like this video, please share it. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and I'll be back with more videos very soon. Have a good one. Goodbye.